Hello, hello. Yay, I'm back. I'm so excited to be back. And I'm actually like my ear, many of you know, I have been ill and under the weather, and I wasn't able to do Frequency Friday last week. And I wasn't able to get in a place where I could record this week's Astrotarology, which is the new version of Tarot and Tea, which is really exciting because I'm pivoting slightly there while keeping the same essence going. And I'm still like, when I talk, I still hear myself in a tunnel because my ear is still full of fluid. But yes, I'm back. Girl gone, hello, hello. I'm feeling better. I'm still not like 100%, but we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I actually had some energy today to be productive and get things done. And so I was like, I'm going to go live, and I'm not going to be live like super long because I want to preserve my voice still. And the kids are going to be hungry for dinner soon. So we've got some things going on, but I wanted to come in and give a quick update to the community and say hello and talk a little bit about the astrology transits that are happening this week. Do a little psychic weather, pull an oracle message. So just kind of have a little bit of fun here. We're going to start off by just talking about some of the astrology going on this week. So, settle in, say hi. This very impromptu. So, whether you're joining the live or you're catching the replay, be sure to drop me a comment so I know you were there. Also, for those of you that were on the last Frequency Friday that I was able to record, you will know that I was going to announce winners of the drawing because I'm giving away a three-card tarot reading for episode 50 of Frequency Friday, which we just celebrated at the end of 2025. So exciting. That will be postponed to this Friday's Frequency Friday on the 9th. So be sure to check out 2 weeks ago, the Frequency Friday, and you can still leave a comment on there. I'll put in that drawing probably in the next couple days. I'll get all the drawing names together. So that's going to be really exciting. And then I have a live Q&A. If you like personal mini readings, I'll be live on the 11th, this Sunday, the 11th, from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. And then again on the 25th of January from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. So if you would like to come on and ask like a personal question and get a free mini reading, you can do that on one of those days. So we're getting back into things, and we've got some things happening, right? We've got some things happening. I think it's really exciting. I'm going to refer to some of my notes. So if you see me looking down, this is why. And I do have a couple of major arcana cards that I'm going to be showing you as we go. We're going to be talking about first the sun is conjunct with Venus today. And this is known as a Venus star point. So here's our star card here. We've been working with this energy a little bit, right? And I had done incorporated the star card into some of the previous material that I had. And we went into that. We really went into the emotions and the feeling around the star card and what it meant for us, right? And so we're going to hold that, the star, right? Those are like our goals, our dreams, what we're reaching for, that potential, and then how we flow with that energy goes right along with the astrology today. The sun conjunct Venus. So you have the planet of love and the planet of beauty. And actually, it is a Kazemi. All right. And Kazemi comes from an Arabic term, which I found this like super interesting, meaning as if in the heart. And what that means is that the planet Venus is so very conjunct to the sun, so very close that it is actually not eclipsed entirely. It's still there, but the sun is so brightly shining on the heart of that planet. And so there is activation here, and also Kazimis come along with resets. And so for today's Kazemi, the Venus star point, And it's a full Venus star point because Venus is in direct motion right now. It's happening at 16 degrees Capricorn. It's incredible how much energy is happening in these degrees of Capricorn right now. This whole week, we've got stellium going on. There's just a lot of it. So if you're feeling the need to structure things, to really begin to work through things and move through things, that's why you're probably picking up on this energy. Now, the Sun conjunct Venus, what we're going to look at, so we're going to work on bridging a couple energies. We've got our star card here, and one of what I feel like is one of the best bridge builders of the tarot is the Hierophant. Okay, so this Hierophant card, we're going to kind of build these two energies together. The Hierophant is going to be building for the long term. All right. And yes, it's a card about tradition and authority, but it also is our long term builder here. And so you'll notice, like I did in the thumbnail, there's two pillars on either side of the Hierophant, just representing that foundation, since we're really being invited to do that building and that planning for the long term. And in the thumbnail, I put the pillars with like a bridge leading up to, and in the background, you see, okay, so we're building our long term plans toward our dreams, toward what we want to accomplish, which I feel like is really exciting. Now, the Hierophant energy, all right, is representing a sacred blueprint. So think of it like our little map for the bridge we're building and what that's going to look like and how exciting that is. We're going to look at that. This is Taurus energy for those of you who would like to look more into that. You can connect the Hierophant to Taurus energy. It's going to be that kind of energy that really grounds us in. It actually goes quite nicely with the structure of Capricorn season as well. Very powerful, very anchored energies. And this Hierophant is nicely with the structure of Capricorn season as well. Very powerful, very anchored energies. And this Hierophant is representing our bridge and our sacred blueprint. Okay, so this Hierophant is the master of the long game. All right, since this is an archetype of the tarot, you are a master of the long game. This is you becoming the master. You are the bridge builder here. You are building the long-term bridge toward your star, whatever that North Star is for you. Okay, and since we have Venus conjunct the sun right now, this represents relationships, love, finances. We're in a cazimi when it's that close to the sun, as in the heart of the sun. It's coming very, very close. It's not as much about the spark and the rush as it is about values and commitment. What are you valuing? What are you committing to? Girl Gone says, I've been working on meditating more. And this is a great time for you to anchor in those meditation energies and really commit to that. It's something you value, it's something that brings you value, right? And in relationships, this will look like vows that you've made, commitments you've made in your closest connections, and also shared resources, shared finances, shared goals, and what direction you might be moving toward. Are you able to commit to common goals in your partnerships, in your collaborations, right? Not only romantic, but business partnerships as well count here. These are about the long-term bridges that we're building. So the Kazim, the Venus star point, the sun conjunct Venus brings in that energy of like, let's reset this. First of all, we've got to review it. We've got to look at it. We've got to make sure everything's on point for us. And yeah, this is a person I can build with. This is a situation I can build with. This is the direction I want to build. And then it's really about anchoring into that with this Hierophant energy. So with you as the archetype yourself, you as the creator being, you really get to be the bridge builder and the master of this particular part of your blueprint. Now, it's kind of like an analogy that I came up with. It's like a mature tree, a beautiful old oak tree or redwood tree with the huge, big trunks that you couldn't even wrap your arms around, right? That tree has followed and persevered through the laws of nature. And an analogy to that is as the Hierophant follows the laws of spirit and lives a life of integrity, right? And so that's what we're coming into alignment with our true spirit, our true gifts, our true talents, our true abilities. And then we are sharing that with the world. We're aligning with it first, and we're building something where we can really walk that path. Girl Gone says 9, 8 pointed star still in the 369 energy, and I'm at 9 now, so ready for those new beginnings. Yes, yes. And we've just had really interesting numerology as we transition from 2025 to 2026, the year of the wood snake, the year of the fire horse. We've got these new energies coming in, which, you could consider it a 10-year. The 1 plus the 0, you can consider it a 1 year. However you want to look at that. I think there's multiple ways. 1 second. I'm kind of impromptu here, so my phone's blowing up and somebody's headed to the store. Bananas. We need bananas. Sometimes Capricorn has us dealing with these practical energies that we need. And I find bananas are, when I'm sick and I have to break down and take like an Advil or something, I need something on my stomach, I get a banana. So we need bananas. That's my request from the store. All right, but I made my own. I made pomegranate blueberry popsicles myself with like 100% juice. They are so good. They are so good. They've been really helpful, but you can tell my voice is like, "Rah, rah, rah," but we persevere, we move on. And we'll be moving on into the energy of Venus conjunct Mars. Okay, so we have our Venus conjunct the sun. Okay, all these, they're happening really close together. On the 8th, so here in a few days, Venus conjuncts Mars at 18 degrees Capricorn, Sun conjunct Venus at 16 degrees Capricorn. Those of you earth signs, especially Capricorns out there, probably going to be feeling this because you have your natal sun in that area as well. And the Venus conjunct Mars brings in a highly, highly passionate energy. It's very action oriented. It's where emotional desires meet logical action. All right. So those two things can really begin to vibe together, which is nice for those of us who have plans and we want to begin working on them. And of course, those of you who are single or just looking for a little extra fire in your relationships, there's a lot of romantic possibilities that open up during this time. So look at the 8th, maybe it's time for a date night, or maybe you'll go on that date possibly, right? Yes, and happy recent birthday, Girl Gone. I know we wished you a happy birthday before, but yeah, I know. I love when the Capricorn energy. We've got several Capricorns that really help ground this channel's community. So I really appreciate you guys. This is a good time. The Venus conjunct Mars is a great time to reset for your drive and your long-term plans. So what are you really going for? All right. What are you really going for? Now somebody's calling me, but they're just going to have to wait. So just keep that in mind. So you're going to feel more of the activity, more of the action coming online when Venus conjuncts Mars. Then get ready. There's even more on the 9th, which will be when I do Frequency Friday. We have another Kazemi. It's the Sun conjunct Mars. So we have Sun conjunct Venus, Venus conjunct Mars, and then the Sun conjunct Mars, and they're all right there. This is at 19 degrees Capricorn. And this will probably bring it, with it bringing that Mars energy, that fire surge of motivated energy. Okay. So I'm really hoping for this because I have been under the weather for the past week and really, struggling to keep up on all the content and stuff like that and just keep the ball rolling while making sure I rest and honor my feminine flow. I also Guess what? Full moon, my moon started at the same time. So I got the whole whammy. I had my own kazemi going on. It was more like a kazami than a kazemi, but hey, we roll with it. We know it's all part of the reset, right? This is about when Mars and the sun, and Mars is in the heart of the sun, pursuing your vision, pursuing it, and actually like just feeling really good. It's those action plans where you get the energy to actually take the steps, towards your vision. It's also representing a really strong start. So I know, like Girl Gone, you mentioned like a restart, renew, new beginnings. It's that kind of thing, and it brings a strength to it, which I feel like the Hierophant card that we're looking at and considering as well also has a strength to it, a strength of spirit. And so putting these two energies together, these two major arcana cards, we're really, really able to anchor that bridge and move our energy toward our star point, whatever that is for you personally. So we've got a lot of great things going on like that. All the 1111 in the chat. Yeah, had that during the 1111. Nice. Yes, I love it. I love it when those numerical frequencies and vibrations show up. We're going to talk a little bit about the psychic weather this week because when I normally do and record the long form videos, which I could not do because I was ill, um, I usually do a little section on the psychic weather forecast, and we go into the astrology, which I've already done, but we also see what kind of energies are cresting this week. Now, I think what we're feeling right now is we know we're building for the long term, so there is a sense of pause. But throughout the week, I think that that pause is going to get more energy and more energy. And I do feel that energetic momentum will be building for us this week. All right. And what we're carrying with us, if you're anything like me, you've had to work on having a better balance of self-care with actions and getting all the things done and doing everything you need to do. So you'll be bringing whatever you've been working on, balancing out and aligning with in your own life. You'll be bringing that forward. That will be cresting this week. And when I say cresting energies, it means the things that you're going to recognize, they're going to become more visible to you this week. Something is going to click, something is going to click into place. So that usually brings clarity and sometimes relief. And it's just nice to feel that those energies are going to be cresting this week. Since we're working with the star card, though, instead of the sun card, sometimes the light can feel a little cold, a little distant. We are still, at least in the northern hemisphere, we're in the winter season. All right. So a lot of people, we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up in 2026. We've got February 17th. I believe we have the um what is that? The Chinese New Year, the year of the fire horse really takes off then. And then we have our spring equinox coming up, right? And so there's all these energies warming. And I think we're getting a little preview of it this week in the cresting energies, which is nice. Energies that are going to be calming. Okay. What I believe is calming is the anxious need to get everything done and get it all done right now. Like it's got to be done. Like what I see in that energy is that that's becoming the old way. And it's very interesting because we are moving from the wood snake to the fire horse energy, and the energies will be ramping up. But like I said, many of you have been working on leveling yourself up. So you're carrying this new aligned energy. And it's not so much an energy of you got to do this, you got to do that, hit this number by this date, do it by that. It's not that you don't have milestones, it's not that you don't have goals. It's just that flow and alignment is built into these things. And so that sparky, anxious energy, I think we're really going to get a sense of that calming this week. We're going to feel it within ourselves, right? Which is where all the work happens on the inside, right? We take notes of everything going on around us, as above, so below, but it really is about deep inside what's happening, that alchemical process deep within our heart core essence. And so it's really nice to know that we won't be so, what's the word, scattered with the energy that we might have been in the past. And certainly it being Capricorn season, that helps because it kind of anchors. Capricorn, I always consider to be the earth magician. It works with that earth energy just so poetically and so beautifully that it's really going to anchor this in. So the ways that we've been leveling up and the new energies, the ways that we care for ourselves now where we didn't before, the ways that we hold more balance, that's really going to show up for us. And we're going to see that in the energies this week, kind of that polarity happening. It's growing but grounded. Yes, I feel that very much. Yes, so we feel it build, especially with that Mars Cazimi. We'll feeling that energy build. It's kind of like I feel like this week and this upcoming week, we're getting a taste of like the whole year but in like a micro segment of 1 week. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm perceiving here as I get into it. And as I mentioned when I first went live, this isn't going to be a super long live. So if you're joining a little late, that's okay. I will have the replay up shortly. I do want to pull an oracle card though from the Shaman Stream Oracle. Just to give us a little boost for this week until I see everybody again on Friday, knock on wood, because hopefully I'm on the mend and we'll keep getting better and better. And certainly any of you, if you've fallen ill, I know everybody, like almost everyone except for my son got sick in my family, and he like quarantined himself, which he's like a preteen. So he was happy to go shut himself in his room, and stay away from everybody. Yes, this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Yeah, he was the only one, and hopefully he won't. Hopefully it's passed by. But then, a lot of people in our area, and then a lot of my friends that live in other places too, have been saying the same thing, getting the same kind of gunk that's going around. But you know what? When we're going through these times of reset, sometimes the body is just telling us where it's out of alignment still, where there might be more work to be done, where it's still vulnerable, where we could build up a better defense, a better protection, or even a better resilience, right? And so it's been, for me, it was a lot of lessons in surrendering to taking care of myself, but really being the example of that, not just talking about it, but y'all, I can't come live today. I really do need to be laid out in bed. I need to rest. I need to recover so that I can show up as my best self. I feel like for so many years, I would just say it, and I got the concept, but when you're actually living it, that's where the true test comes in. And we live in this world that is seemingly very unforgiving, like the algorithms are unforgiving. And if you miss a live, on YouTube, you get, do you get punished, or, the algorithm thinks your channel isn't active anymore, and you can just get into this spiral. And to just step back from that and remember, I'm the algorithm. You are the algorithm, okay? And it's going to be okay. Just share your story. Just share what you're going through with people. And everyone in the community has been so, so supportive. And thank you all so much for your well wishes. It really kept me going during this time. Girl Gone says, I had a vision of two natives, an old shaman lady put her hand on my head and the other spoke into my ears, and another older man put a snake in your spine. Oh, wow. That was a vision. So like a waking vision or dream time vision. Very interesting. A sunbathing. Oh, you were doing a sun. So it was like your conscious awareness was active, but you were tapping in to your sub and unconscious too. Ooh, interesting. How cool is that? I love it. I love that. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's get so a message from the shaman's dream. Ooh, here we go. Beautiful. We got a little, I think we got a little fire horse energy coming in, which is the perfect card for 2026. This is a number 30 card, 3 and 0. Horseman, the herald of change. Horseman. And I do see fire horse energy here. This is very much an image that I've been seeing in the astrological circles and of the horse like rearing up. And this is our message. We are on the precipice of this. This energy, like Girl Gone said, it's growing, but it's grounded at the same time. The back legs are on the ground, but we're rearing up really into this celebration of action, aligned action, and moving forward with that. So this is beautiful. Yes, and this probably goes along with your 369 numerology studies as well. Yeah. 30 could also be an age for some of you. It could be a birthday or a significant date in a month. So something also to take into account. What I love is that the image is itself very like shadowy. It's like we can feel it. We can feel it growing out of the shadows, and it's so illuminated. So we have that star, that sun illuminating from the background coming in and illuminating this energy for us. I see action here. I see activity. And it feels like this card has a very triumphant feeling to me. I do think we're going into a year here where we're going to feel a lot better than we did last year, going through some of the push and pull of 2025, really coming into something active, but also something grounded that feels good to us. So, yes, I love that. And you were just talking about the sunbathing meditation, and we have this beautiful sun connection. My kids and I ate lunch outside today. It's like 60 degree in January. It's like 60 degrees where I live. That's not typical. Okay, it's very high for this time, like very warm, but it's like, okay, we're going to take advantage of it. And I just let the sun just hit me. I take off my glasses and I just close my eyes and let the sun. I just enjoy lunch with my kids and, really taking these moments in nature. That is a beautiful reflection that we can all have. All right. Girl Gone, thank you for being here. If anyone else was here and didn't comment, I welcome you. I honor you. Thank you so, so much for dropping by. Very impromptu. I'm going to wrap it up, but I will see you all again on Frequency Friday. And of course, I'll be putting up community posts and shorts as I can, and you'll see those fly out there. But yes, oh, thank you. Girl Gone, it's awesome to see all the work you're doing and how your channel is coming alive. So exciting for you. And Ashley, hi. Thank you for checking in. Oh, yes, I am doing better. Like I was telling at the beginning of the live, I still feel like when I talk, it sounds like I'm in a tunnel because my ear is full and all the lymph nodes over here. But I've been doing warm compresses. I've been doing all the things. I've got the humidifier going on me at night. I've got the essential oils. Everything to do with continuing the self-care, and I'm not stopping until my energy feels very clear. So I'm going to continue that, but we're building back up, and I'm going right along with the astrological energies that I've discussed. So I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go do something practical now, very Capricorn. I'm going to cook dinner. Okay. Dinner needs to be cooked, so I'm going to head that way and do that. But it has been amazing to drop in and say hi to everybody. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope to see you on Friday. Take care.